When it comes to DPS and Overwatch 2, the first thing that comes to your mind, which hero has the most dominance on the playing field? And that is without a doubt, everyone can agree, is Sojourn. You place Sojourn in the hands of a decent player who is mechanically skilled and also understands the game very well and has pretty good game sense and has been playing for a while, you're gonna see nothing but absolute destruction. And that's what we're gonna see here today as we spectate Kragie, probably one of the best DPS there is in the region. Now, before I continue on by giving you guys a few tips on how to play this hero, just general things you should look out for, there has been a lot of discussion over whether she should be nerfed or not. And the devs have actually stepped up and said, despite popular belief, Sojourn is actually not a problem in the lower ranks, which you can definitely see very well, because Sojourn only becomes a real issue when she's able to land all those rail shots when they're charged up, those headshots, and that insane ult just wipe out your team, right? If you can't land your shots, Sojourn isn't really a problem. In that sense, you're going to see Pharah being a problem, Genji being a problem, pretty much any flank heavy hero that doesn't require that much accuracy. Right? That's the main problem. And majority of players, believe it or not, are actually not grandmasters, right? You guys think that everyone is insane at the game, and I agree with you guys, but that's not reality. In reality, you're gonna have a lot of Timmies and Joes that are in the lower ranks that aren't that good at the game. So in that sense, Sojourn isn't really an issue. And I just want to talk about this previously because I think there's gonna be a lot of, I guess, going back and forth in the comment section as you guys talk about why she should or should not be nerfed. But in general, the player base that is skilled at the game where Sojourn is an issue is much less than the player base that is not skilled at the game where Sojourn is not an issue, right? So that's kind of the divide in the player base, and the devs have said we have to side with the majority, right? Because majority rules, and basically Sojourn is not a problem in the lower ring, so we will not nerf her for the time being. Now, do I think this is going to be the same situation moving forward? I do not think so. They will definitely probably do some sort of rework on her ult, how the rail shots charge up, etc., just so she's not that crazy. But I don't expect this to happen very soon because, like I said, the majority of players are not really finding her an issue because they're not that high skill tiered in the game. All right, now let's move on to over some tips like how you want to play her. Just as we watch this gameplay here, you guys are seeing the clips here. Pretty much you want to play Sojourn very strategically, extremely strategic with your movement and how you're landing your shots. One of the biggest tips I like to give people when it comes to Sojourn is that even if you have your rail shot charged up, you don't necessarily have to use it, right? So what you want to look for is kind of like Kragie is doing here, is you want to look for those opportunities where a squishy, generally a DPS or a support, is out of position, not moving, stationary, then you want to shoot it, right? So you'll see him hold on to his rail shot for a long time instead of just using it on the tank that he got it off of, right, charged up, and then he'll switch to that DPS or support last second and just rail them in the head. That's typically how pros will play her. Now, if you're playing at a high tiered level, for example, Overwatch League playoffs, etc., as we've seen, you don't really have that luxury of waiting just because things are moving at an extremely fast pace. So whenever it's charged up, they just use it, right? So that's the difference you see there. So if you're playing in a regular lobby, even in Grandmasters consider the regular lobby, then you want to hold on to it, find that right timing, and then shoot your rail shot. And the next thing I want to talk about is be careful with how you're using your slide, right? Your shift. Use it to get out of danger instead of into danger. The reason I say that is because myself too, what I've done is that I'll slide in very aggressive as I'm popping off in the game. Most of you guys are with Sojourn, and then I'll be out of position, caught off guard, and the best defense I have is my E skill, which, don't get me wrong, will get a lot of people off of you, but if they're ranged, it doesn't matter, they can still beam you, right? So what I recommend a lot of people do is they'll go in normally without sliding in, make sure they're in the right position, or slide into a safe position. But what you don't want to do is to be caught off guard, sliding in, and not have your slide to come out, because the shift skill that Sojourn has is probably her best defense despite her high damage potential. And that's pretty much going to wrap up pretty much everything you need for the tips here. Sojourn is very easy to use. Just make sure you're working on your mechanical skill and aim. That is honestly all you need. There isn't really much more to it. If you can land your shot, you're a great Sojourn. That's it, right? There's not much more to it. Once again, make sure you guys do check out Kragie on Twitch. The links are going to be down below in the description. And as always, if you guys enjoy these type of content as well and these type of videos, do subscribe and check out my other videos as well. I upload these daily for you guys. And as always, thank you guys so much for all the recent support. Let's continue on with the video.
I'm promising you, chat, where I fell off the map last game, you can actually stand there. Where is he?
Cybernetics regulating.
There he is. Oh, if he hooks him, he's dead. Hook the hog and I can kill him. Nice. No, how did I miss that? I'm so sorry. Okay. Going kind of crazy right now. Okay. He's low, he's low, he's low. He's one, literally one.
Heroes never die.
I'm so dead.
I'll return the favor.
Oh my god.
This ends now. 2 down.
Where are they? Oh, in blood.
Cooling down. Just what I was looking for. Hold it. Sails are powered and ready to fire. Not so fast. Sails are powered and ready to fire.
Ooh. Help me! Thank you.
Kill him! Kill him!
I'm killing him! I'm killing him!
Signature. Sword them around.
Headshot.
Okay, that's one.
Close here. Full supports up there.
That's just embarrassing.
Essentially killed him.
Thanks for the help. Efficient design at work. Stay put.
Okay.
Hello. Well done. Nice work, team. Keep it moving. Hold it.
Kinda in there, bro.
Pre-Christmas Volk.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing a quick repair won't fix.
Dude, I haven't worked out in fucking 2 months now. It's bad.
Yeah, they used a lot of ults.
We're going against the odds. Let the facility guide you. Catch me up. Shields empowered and ready to fire.
Full soldier. Soldier one dead.
You there, Mundo? I don't.